welcome or welcome back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on today's video. And if you saw by that title, y'all, we are talking about the books I want to read for summer. I am so excited. Let's just say here in Nashville, they've been trying to play us with the weather. Like literally we were like in the 80s last week, and this week we were in the 60s and the 50s. I think we're supposed to jump back up to the 70s, and like hopefully it stays consistent. Even though I'm a fall winter girly at heart, I am kind of excited for the weather because I do have some vacations coming up. So I'm like, I'm ready for the beach weather. I'm ready to just get a tan and just the summer vibes. So that I will say I am super excited for. Also, I'm excited for my summer reads. Summer, springtime, I guess you can say it's kind of the same. For me, summer is more like May, June, July, August. Or I guess really you can say June, July, August, because sometimes May is a little iffy. It's always hot, but it's just a little iffy on like if it's really giving summer vibes or if it's still giving like spring and rainy. But yeah, those are the months that I consider summer, is May through August. So I picked enough books to like last that long, because yeah, I'm like I have to think ahead. I need to know how long I need these books for. So I picked a total of 20 books, and obviously there's still more books coming out that I know I want to read over the summer, but these are like the 20 books that I'm like, I really want to read these. Some of these I wanted to read last summer and never got to them, and so I'm like, these, you know, they give your summer vibe, so you need to like prioritize them. So yeah, with the 20 books, I'm hoping you know, I can just do like 5 each month, and you know, that still gives me room to like, you know, have like my other 5, like, you know, so we will see. But before we get into that, I just have to say thank you to Anna and Louisa for partnering with me today on today's video. If you guys have been on my channel for any amount of time, you already know how much I love them. Actually, if you see my last like 2 videos, I think I was actually wearing these exact pieces. These have been my favorite go-to pieces recently from them. So I will give it a little close-up, but first I have these earrings. Y'all, absolutely love a good dainty like everyday earring. Y'all know I'm just always, I love gold jewelry. I just love gold jewelry so much, and I love when they make it like if every day, and I can also like wear it like when I go out. Like I wore this on my birthday, and so like I'm also wearing it as like everyday jewelry, so that I love. But these are the Elisa mediums. I'll link it down below in case I get that wrong, but I think it's the Elisa mediums. And then I have this bracelet. You guys know I love anything herringbone, and so this bracelet is the Atlas bracelet. Let's see if it'll focus. Yes, so it goes perfect like if you have a herringbone, which I do have a herringbone, so I'm excited to like pair it up with that, you know, give the full 90s vibe. I need to go to a 90s party. But then lastly, I have this ocean necklace. It's literally it's called Ocean, and when I saw this, I was like, this just gives summer. Let's see if I like come closer, if you guys can see. So like, tell me that's like not, it's like the pearl, it's like mother pearl, but it's just like giving like, it's just giving everything ocean. So like, y'all are gonna see this necklace a lot this summer, along with my other necklaces from them, but like right now this has like been my go-to necklace from them, because it's just like, it's giving the ocean vibes. You know, y'all know I just came back from Hawaii, so I'm like, I'm not ready to let go of the ocean. I'm just like, I want to be on the ocean right now, be on the beach. So you know, we're just kind of continuing the vibes from the Hawaii trip. But I want to let you guys know they do have a 25% sale right now on their pieces for Mother's Day. Y'all already know moms are the best. They do it all. They're superheroes. So why not treat them to some pieces that you know they will love? I know my mom is gonna love her pieces from them. She always, every time she sees my Anna Louisa jewelry, she's like, that is gorgeous, give it to me. So I'm like, no, you can't have my pieces. I will get you some pieces. But yeah, I just want to say that they do have high quality jewelry at very affordable prices, starting at just $39. Like, come on, you can't beat that. I think that's just such an affordable deal, especially with the 25% off that they're having for Mother's Day. Also, they're carbon neutral. I love their packaging because when you order, you get a piece, like a package to put each piece in, and it's reusable. And then when you travel, it's super convenient because you don't have to worry about putting all your pieces like in sandwich bags and worry about them tangling or anything like that. They give you these here, and so they're reusable, and their products is just like they give you pockets and stuff, so if you have like other pieces you need to put, or like if you have like extenders or something you need to throw in there. I seriously love these so much. Like, literally my like jewelry drawer is full of these because I never throw them away. I'm like, I am gonna always reuse these when I go home, when I go travel for work, when I go to the beach, wherever. I'm like, I know my jewelry's good. Like, that's like one of the last things I pack because I'm like, I just can pop each piece in their package and I'm good to go. And lastly, we already talked about it, but they're unique designs. Like, come on, can y'all tell I really am loving this necklace? And literally the earrings, like, I feel like gold small hoops will never ever go out of style. Like, I think they've made their comeback and they're here to stay forever, and I never dislike small gold hoops. Like, they will always literally be my favorite. But yeah, if you guys have not heard of Ana Luisa, which at this point you have because I just told you about them, but check the link in my description box. I will have everything linked there along with the pieces that you guys saw in today's video. And like I said, they have 25% off on pieces for Mother's Day, so make sure you go treat yourself. If you're a mother, you go treat your mother, or you just treat yourself, because why not just treat ourselves? You know, we're amazing human beings too. But yeah, so without further ado, let's get into the video and talk about these summer books. So starting off, like I said, I have 20 books here. I do want to say there's definitely more for sure, which it's supposed to be here today. Funny Story by Emily Henry is actually released today, so I am patiently waiting on Amazon to deliver my book, because we all know Emily Henry, she's just like the queen of like summer books, I feel like. But then the other one I am really excited to get to is 7 Summers by Paige Toon. I read what is that? It's the title. It's actually like after Only Love Can Hurt. Like, I was like, it's a song. I can't think of the song, but yes, I read that back, and I read it back in 2023. I think I read it like around summer or probably like early fall, and I did not expect to love that book as much as I did. I was hearing so many mixed reviews, but it was like literally everywhere. It was all at Target, and so I finally caved and I read it. And y'all, I am a Paige Toon fan, so I am so excited for 7 Summers. Also, the cover is just super cute. And then lastly, This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. Y'all already know I loved Meet Me at the Lake. I loved Every Summer After. So, you know, those are like my other 3 that I'm like, I have already pre-ordered them. So I'm like, I just got to get my hands on them. And I'm probably going to be reading, well, I'm not going to be reading Emily Henry's right away, but I'm like, I would definitely be touching that over the summer, along with the other 2. So now let's get into the books that I actually got. So the first one is 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. Y'all, this was actually on my, was in my March TBR jar pick, and it was a book that was set in New York City, which this one is set in New York City, and I just never got to it. Like, as y'all know, I was going through like a major reading slump in like March and April. So I just never picked it up, but I was like, well, it says the word June, so it's giving me summer. We're gonna read this during the summer. So obviously this is one of my ones for June, but I am super excited to dive into it. I was excited when I picked it for like my little TBR prompt, but unfortunately the slump had other priorities. We have Beach Read. I actually did start this in Hawaii, and I don't know why I thought I was really gonna be a reader on the beach, and apparently I'm a sleeper on the beach, not really a reader. So I didn't get nowhere near as far as I wanted to, but it also feels like a crime to read this anywhere else other than the beach. So I'm like, well, I have a few times going to the beach over the summer, so I will definitely be prioritizing this book. Hence, I actually go to the beach in like a few weeks, so I will definitely be bringing Beach Read with me, and I am set on finishing it because I really liked it. But I'm like, I gotta read it on the beach. But then next I have 7 Year Slip by Ashley Poston. I read The Dead Romantics earlier this year and salivated over that book. I did not think that book was gonna like hit me like it did. And so I've been seeing everyone talk about the 7 Year Slip since the moment it was released. It was just everywhere. Everyone talked about how much they loved it, how her writing is amazing. And so I had put this one on hold because I was like, I need to read The Dead Romantics first. And then she also has another one coming out, a novel love story, which I pre-ordered. So excited to get my hands on that one also. But yeah, this one screams summer. It's giving like lemons, which there's actually lemons on the cover. So yeah, I was like, this is perfect, you know, for the summer months. It's pretty, it's yellow, it's vibrant, and yeah, I gotta assume it's set in the summertime because I think it was actually released like end of last summer, I think. So hopefully I'm right, but if not, we're still gonna read it over the summer. You know, it's Ashley Poston, so definitely gonna get my hands on that. Next I have Drunk on Love by Jasmine Cierra. I read her novella in like the Meet Cute series over Valentine's Day, and so I'm like, I've been having this book on my shelf for so long, and I'm like, I really want to dive into it. One of my friends, she was like how much she loves Jasmine Cierra's writing, and this honestly, it's more like nightclub vibes is what I'm getting from the cover, but I don't think it's actually like summer based. It looks like it's based in Napa, or yeah, Napa Valley wine country. So yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, like that's like summertime, right? Like, so yeah, that's that's why I chose this one. Obviously it's a romance. Literally all of these are probably romances, little like for a fact. I remember picking that up in Target one day and I just like put it on my shelf and then never got to it. So I'm like, Jasmine, you're gonna get to it. Also, we got the same name, so hey Jasmine girl, if you're watching this, I hope you're watching this. I hope somehow this video lands on your feed somehow. Next I have Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have not read a TJR book in a hot little minute. I think the last one I read was Daisy Jones and the Six, and I read that one when the show came out. Like I was actively reading it as the show was coming out because I was like, well, I don't want to watch the show until I read the book, and I still have yet to watch the show. So it's been a minute since I've read a TJR books. Also, is she coming out with anything new soon? Because I looked on Amazon to see if there was anything like new that she was coming out with, but I don't see anything. And I know like she has like the 7 years of Evelyn Hugo coming into a movie, so like I know she's busy with other things, but like let me know if you guys know if she's coming out with anything soon, because I don't know. I mean, I know like Carrie Soto is back, I think is her most recent release, so hopefully I do get to that one soon. It's actually on my list for 2025. No, 2024, y'all. I'm like skipping ahead. So yeah, but yeah, this one is Give Summer, Malibu Rising. I think it says August 1983, so you know, maybe I'll make this my August book. But it's the day of Nina Riva's annual end of summer party, and anticipation is at a fever pitch. Everyone wants to be around the famous Rivas. Nina, the talented surfer and supermodel, brothers Jay and Hud, one a championship surfer, the other a renowned photographer, and their adored baby sister Kit. Together the siblings are a source of fascination, especially as the offspring of the legendary singer Mick Riva. So I don't know if it's romance, but it's definitely obviously summer vibes. You got surfing, and y'all, I've been wanting to get into surfing. Not that I mean, I probably could, but I just don't have anywhere accessible to like really surf, because I don't live like on the coast. So, you know, Nashville, what I'm gonna go surf in some lakes. Let's be so for real. But yeah, hopefully one day I can try to surf, you know, because it's a sport. It is a sport. And seeing people catch them waves, I'm like, oh, I bet that's just so nice. But then next I have Vacation Wars by Megan Quinn. If you guys saw my birthday book haul, I think I talked about this, but her books just give summer. I actually got this one a few months back when it first released, and so it says falling in love is no vacation. Prepare for a good time. Tessa is thrilled to spend the weeks before her sister's wedding at their family vacation spot, Santorini. Y'all, I would love to go to Greece one day. But sandy beaches, stone-washed houses, attractive men, it's heaven. But Tessa's idea of a girls trip comes to a screaming halt when her sister thinks it's high time Tessa finds some love herself. Unfortunately, Tessa forgot about the deal she made back in high school. She has to find her soulmate before her sister's wedding or else. Okay, I'm not gonna read the rest, but okay, I feel like prank wars, like we got some pranking going on here, or something. I wonder if like her sister like gets to choose who she sets her up with. I don't know, we'll see. But it's a little thick one, but the font is not that small. How many pages? We're looking at, okay, 400 pages. I feel like Megan Quinn writes some really thick like romance books, so hopefully they're good, because like I've not read a book by her and I have a few books by her, and so yeah, I need to get on that. But then next I have The Right Kind of Guy by Stephanie Archer. It's the first book in the Queen Cove series. This one was also gifted to me for my birthday by my friend Dana. Love you, girl. But yes, I have been talking about wanting to start this series for so long, and so I am super excited. I feel like it's gonna give like small town romance maybe, but it's definitely giving me like summer vibes. The second book is Mr. Something. Y'all, it's not Mr. Wrong Number, because that's Lynn Painter. What is the title of, y'all, why am I blanking? Oh my gosh, don't y'all hate when y'all like blank out and you're like, I literally had it right there. Okay, here we are. It's The Wrong Mr. Right, and the cover of it, I think the guy's like a surfer or something, and so I'm just excited to get into this series. I love Stephanie Archer's writing. I loved her hockey series, Behind the Net, and the Fake Out. So yeah, super excited to dive into her other writing and see what it's all about. But then next I have One Italian Summer by Rebecca Searle, and she actually just came out with, yo, why am I blanking out on all these titles? But she just had a new release that I got for my birthday. And so I remember saying I didn't realize that this book was by her. And so I was like, okay, this is, if you want to read a summer book by her, I should start with this one, because obviously One Italian Summer. So yeah, I don't really know what this one is about, but you know, it seems like a short read. How many pages? It looks like it's probably actually a little less than 300 pages. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, so it's like 250, so doesn't seem too long of a read. Hopefully I can just maybe read this in one sitting, maybe at the lake or something. I will go to the lake and sit and read, but I won't go to the lake to surf. But yeah, so super excited to start this one. I think this is, okay, it is a romance. I was like, I think it's like a general fiction, but I think it actually is a romance. Oh no, it's a mother and daughter. Okay, but it is a great love story. Okay, so we'll see what this one is about, but I am super excited to dive into it. I have Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. Y'all know I just finished Part of Your World. I'm currently starting Yours Truly tonight. I'm so excited, and so I literally have like been counting down to like when I get to read this one. I am, after the one book, I am a Abby Jimenez stan, and we will take no Abby Jimenez criticism or hate over here. Don't try me. But yes, super excited to start this one, y'all. Like I don't know what that woman put in her books, but that woman put something in her books that's just like, that gets you. And also there's a dog. Is this a dog? Or I was like, I'm thinking about the goat from Part of Your World, but also now I gotta know how important the dog is, because if you guys know from Part of Your World, the cover is, the goat is on the cover. And so if you've read the book, you know about the goat. If you haven't read the book, you'll learn about the goat, because you're gonna read the book. I'm telling you, you're gonna read the book. So yes, I'm like excited to see what the dog is. What's the importance of the dog? Who's the dog? But then next I have Wild Love by Elsie Silver. Y'all couldn't go through the summer without a small town romance. Like, come on. Because I also read the Chestnut Springs, like I started over the summer last year. So it's like, you know, we just running it back again with good old Elsie Silver. She never fails. I think this one actually covers Willa's brother, and Willa is the main female character in the second book with Willa and Kay. And so yeah, for Grant. And so her name was Willa Grant at first. But yeah, so super excited to start this one. Hopefully we get a little cameo of them too. Y'all, I just love the Chestnut Hills, like the Chestnut Springs series. So anything that is gonna bring us back, give us little cameos of those couples, I'm here for it. But I'm also pretty sure I'm gonna love the Wild Love series because it's Elsie Silver. You know, I got my cowboy hat, I got my cowboy boots. Y'all, we ready. We're ready. But then next I have Summer Reading by Jen McKinley. This one had actually been like in my Amazon cart for so long, and I just never pulled the trigger. But then I actually saw Haley Barber. I think I saw her. She talked about this in her summer TBR, and I remember she was saying that it's about a girl who doesn't like to read, I think. And so I was immediately hooked. I was like, okay, this is your sign to go ahead and order it. You've been like, it's been in your cart for so long, so you might as well do it. But yeah, so it says, when a woman who'd rather do anything than read meets a swoon-worthy bookworm, sparks fly, making for one hot summer fling. And so I was hooked by that. Like, once she read that part in her video, I was like, okay, I'm hooked. It's time for me to start it. It's time for me to know, you know, to actually hit the button and get the book. Also, it's a little different because like you never see like the guy being the bookworm and then the girl not reading. So I'm excited to see, do we get to see someone fall in love with reading how we did? Like, I'm excited. Also, we love a good summer fling romance book. They always hit. And then I have How to End a Love Story, which this one has also been everywhere. This is supposed to be, it says Helen Zhang hasn't seen Grant Shepherd once in 13 years since the tragic accident that bound their lives together forever. Now a best-selling author, Helen pours everything into her career. She's even scored a coveted spot in the writer's room with a TV adaptation of her young adult novels. And if she can hide her imposter syndrome, surely the rest of her life will fall into place too. LA is the fresh start she needs. After all, no one knows her there except Grant. Okay, I think I read the back of this like in my birthday book haul, but yeah, so I'm excited to read this one. Also, it's set in California, which it's always summer in California. At least if you live in the South, to you it's always summer in California. It's always summer there. So yeah, I am excited to dive into that one. I've been seeing it everywhere. It was also one of the picks for book of the month this month. I didn't pick that one, but I was like, I still wanted it, so I had to go on Amazon and grab it because, you know. But then next I have Same Time Next Summer by Annabelle Mohigan, and I actually did start this one. I started the audiobook, but I didn't finish it because I was like, I kind of want to wait until like it's summertime, because it's set on it's set like in this, where is it set at? It's I can't remember the city that, like, I know they're from New York. Like, she comes from New York to like her like childhood, like her Long Island beach house. So her family's Long Island beach house is where she goes, and she's actually bringing her fiance with her for the first time. And so they like, but she also like has this ex that lives next door, kind of like childhood friends to lovers, but something apparently happened where they ended up not being together anymore. But turns out he is there. He is at the house that he's always grew up in next door. So yeah, we get to figure out what happens there. And so yeah, like I said, I think I only got like maybe 30% into it, but it's not a long book at all. It's actually only 280 pages, and the font is not small. So Like, I feel like this can definitely be like a day's read. Like, knock this out in the day. And also because I have the arc of her new book coming out this summer, so I wanted to read this one first before I go into that one. So yes, this one I'm probably going to try to knock out in May, because I think her next book comes out in June. Next I have The Love Wager by Lynn Painter. This is her other adult novel, and I read Mr. Wrong Number. I think I read that at the beginning of March. I think it was March, or was it May, or was it April? Not May. It was March or April, and no, we're in April right now, so it was in March, because I'm like, I know I already did a wrap up on it. But yeah, so I read it at the beginning of March. Absolutely loved it. Anything Lynn Painter writes, I love it. I've fallen in love with her writing. And so being that was my first adult romance by her, I did not expect to devour that book like I did, y'all. I devoured that book in one sitting. I spent the whole Saturday reading that book. And so I'm like, I need to start The Love Wager. So I'm like, I am going to start it this summer. I don't know if the two, like, are there interconnected standalones? I'm not sure. Like, is this one possibly about like her brother, because her brother was in a relationship by the time Mr. Wrong Number came to an end. So yeah, we will see what happens. But yeah, because it looks like a workplace romance. No, not a workplace romance. We'll see. But like I said, after I read Mr. Wrong Number, I was instantly like, okay, Lynn, you got me. Give me your next adult novel. So yes. But then next I have Bad Summer People by Emma Rosenblum, and I think this one is actually like the only like thriller or like mystery kind of summer book that I have in here. Everything else is romance, because y'all know summertime just screams romance. These books are going to remind me how single I am, but it's okay. So yeah, I am excited to start this one. It says Bad Summer People is a whip-smart propulsive debut about infidelity, backstabbing, and murderous intrigue set against an exclusive summer haven on Fire Island. Okay, yes, so we do have a little mystery here. Okay, yeah, I am excited to start. I'm excited to start all these. I know I keep saying that, but y'all, let me know if you read this one. This one also seems like a quick read, like not even, literally 253 pages, so not long at all. That's one thing I love about summer books. I like to be able to read them in like 1 or 2 sittings, and you know, start the next one. Like summertime, it's just time to fly. You just fly through books. I don't know why I just did that. That's what we do in the summer. Summertime is meant to fly through books. But we got 3 more books here. So the next one I have is Ready or Not by Claire Bastone, which this one is for Book of the Month. But I know this one is an accidental pregnancy, and I think it's set in New York, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Brooklyn. It's set in Brooklyn, New York. And so yeah, I know it's an accidental pregnancy, but the colors, it's colorful. It may not even take place in summer. Based on what they're wearing, it looks like it may take place in the fall. Because I actually think this was like one of the fall picks for Book of the Month. So it very well could be a fall book, but you know, we're here now, we picked it, and the colors, it's giving summer, you know, like the bright colors. It's just something that looks pretty. It'll look pretty next to some sand, you know, and I'm here for it. That was literally the reason for that pick, was the colors of it. Ellen Hildebrand, The 5-Star Weekend. If you guys don't know, Ellen Hildebrand is known for her summer books. I think literally all of her books are based like at the beach. Like they're all a summer theme. And so I could not go this year without reading at least one Ellen Hildebrand book, which this one actually came out last year. She has another one coming out like in a few months. So I'm pretty sure that one will be everywhere, because like I said, literally at summertime when Ellen comes out with something, go in Barnes & Noble, it's stacked. I'm talking about display to display to display. So yeah, last summer I wanted to read her, but I never got to it. So I'm like, Jasmine, you have no reason not, like, you will not go through this summer without reading an Ellen Hildebrand book. So yeah, super excited to start this one. It says, after tragedy strikes, Hollis Shaw gathers 4 friends from different stages of her life to spend an unforgettable weekend on Nantucket. And so I wonder if like all her books are like set in like Nantucket. I don't really know where Nantucket is. Is it like a real place, or is this like a fictional place that she's created, like the world for all her books? But yeah, super excited to dive into her writing. And then last but not least, we have Good Material by Dolly Alderton. This one is, I think, more of a romance novel by her, which a lot of her books are more so general fiction and more like advice and things like that. But I got this one, I think I got this one when I went shopping for Valentine's Day. I think it's in that vlog, my book shopping vlog. But yeah, I have been keeping this one close. I've been keeping it close, and I'm like, you're gonna read this one. Obviously the colors and everything, it's just, it grabs your attention. And so out of everything, like I said, I'm pretty sure it's a romance, but we're just gonna say general fiction because that's all her other writing, I think. So yeah, we got one general fiction in the stack here. So yeah, super excited to read all of these books, y'all. I feel like this is like, I was really thoughtful when I picked out my summer TBR. I think it's truly curated to like the vibes I want for the summer and like what I'm looking for. Like I said, most of them are pretty short reads. I have a few thick ones in there, but the thick ones are more so by authors that like I've read, like Elsie Silver, Abby Jimenez. We're gonna see about the Megan Quinn book, but I have high hopes for that one. Like, everything I've heard about her writing has been phenomenal, so I'm like, okay, I don't mind trying a long book by her. So yeah, let me know what's on your summer TBR. And I was thinking about this earlier today. I was like, maybe I should ask them a question. And so I want to know, who's your favorite book boyfriend? Like, who is your top book boyfriend? And trust me, I know they're so hard to narrow it down to one book boyfriend, but who would you say your top one is? Mine's Noah Riley. Y'all, I don't know what, I have no idea what Megan Brandy put in that book, but Noah Riley from Say You Swear will always take the cake. And I remember I was thinking, like, I was like, there's so many though. Like, you have everybody from Chestnut Springs, you have like, oh my gosh, there's just literally so many like book boyfriends. You have the ACOTAR series. Like, y'all, I could go on and on about like the book boyfriends that I have fallen in love with, but for some reason my heart always goes back to Noah Riley. I think it's just like innocence and his caring nature. Like, if I had to think about like somebody I wanted in real life, like Noah Riley would be like an exact replica. But that don't mean, y'all know, that don't mean we don't like the other things, because we all know these book boyfriends, they be beating these standards. So yeah, let me know who your like top book boyfriend is. Let's have some conversations in the comments. But yeah, let me know who your top boyfriend is, and let me know what's on your summer TBR. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I want to also thank Ana Luisa for partnering me on today's video. Like I said, make sure you guys go get some jewelry for your moms, for yourself, for your grandma. 25% off deals, items starting at $39 plus 25% off. So like, you can't beat that. Like, y'all, let's get on our gold jewelry gang, you know. But yeah, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.